Hello critters, welcome back to Crafts and Critters. So we're going to do the second part for our bracelet, which is the wire portion. So what I'm using is a 20 gauge wire, and you're going to need some jewelry making tools, the wire cutters, and then I use these ones, and my round nose are the ones that tend to work the best for me. So the wire I'm going to cut, go with a length of about, it's a little over 20 inches long, but we are wrapping. We'll probably even wind up cutting a little bit off of that at the end. So I'm going to start with that. And then I'm going to find the center of my wire. Just bend it a little bit just to find where the center is and where we want to start on the bracelet. You could start on the end where we sewed in. You could just leave that as the bottom section, which is what I like to do. So with that in mind, we're going to slide our bracelet in, and we are going to wrap it once, just to get it to, this part was just to get it really connected onto the bracelet. And then we're gonna also need, a selection of beads. So for this I picked out some white, some crystal that have a little bit of a silver tone, and then I picked out this little red kitty cat as the larger charm. So we're going to start with putting on a couple of the accent beads. Oops, I just lost one at flying. Okay, so there's no right or wrong for this, so we're just going to put on I'm going to go with 3 here, and then we're going to put the kitty cat on. Alright. Once our kitty cat is on, we are going to do a curve, round it out, and just to kind of get them sticking on there. And we're going to take and put in like another bead. Sorry, trying to get to the end of these. Okay. And then we are going to wrap There's no wrong or right to this. You can wrap differently. Everybody kind of wraps a little differently on these. I don't think I did the same here that I did last time. So we're going to wire wrap him in place, and then we're going to create another loop. Sorry, it was kind of curving a little too. I want it to curve, but I don't want it to like have like a sharp edge to it. Alright, so here we go. We're going to curve, and we're going to just twist all the way up. Sorry, I'm not on camera here. we're going to get some beads on there. Now you could like, you know, glue like your beads in place. I don't like to do that. I like to create the movement that, you know, that they can kind of spiral around. All right. And kind of have that looseness to them. We might glue a few in place just to create the illusion. So we'll see. I'm going to go ahead and put a couple more in here. We'll see after we get it fully wrapped if we want to go in and add a little glue to keep some of the beads in place. All right. And then we might want to glue him so he stays upright too. So we will, all right, and then we are going to start wrapping. And as I wrap, I will add a bead or two. So I'm going to give it a couple of good wrap. I'm going to give it a good wrap here before I start adding anything. All right. All right, so now I will add a bead. And we'll wrap. And I'll position the bead as I go, because we want the bead to show kind of you know, on top. We also don't want that rubbing up against skin, so. And the fabric and everything will really hold the bead in place, which is really great. So with every twist at this point, I am adding a bead to the bracelet. And we're not going to worry about the fact that if something goes wrong and the bracelet gets a little misshapen at this point. When we're done, we'll go back through and we'll make sure that the bracelet is shaped correctly. And I'm randomly grabbing my beads. All right, so as we get to the end here, what I'm going to do is do a little twist. And just to create like this little like accent piece here. All right. And then we come in, oops, wrong lens. And I just flatten it down and push it into the bracelet. And that'll be like the bottom. That's halfway. All right, so now we're going to come in with this half of our wire, and we need to run this through here. We're just trying to get it to the other side of the bracelet. And we are adding in still beads as we go for this too. These will be the nice and stationary. You're going to have to feed it through again because we have this part here that's kind of stuck in place, which is where we secured the kitty cat. Shoot, I got it twisted here. There we go. Sometimes it's just a little, you're going to have to work at it a little bit. There we go. Alright, we're going to add another bead. Alright, now it'll be a little bit easier now. Just keep going. This is very time consuming to wrap. But that's okay. Okay, we are almost at the end. And then we'll decide what we want to do about the top. Okay, we are at the bottom here where we got this piece coming in at. So we are going to cut some of this off. And I'll just save that extra piece for another project. It's small, but can be used to create like a clasp or something. Or actually, what we can do is we can actually add it to this as an additional piece. Slide that off now. Okay. Let's see if we can. I did not think this one through completely. There's our bottom. Okay, I'm going to slide this in and give it a good wrap. Oops, I didn't put that in the right spot. Hold on. I want it in between here. Okay. Give it a good wrap. And we bunch that down. This one it keeps popping out. Let's see if we can fix that. There we go. So there's the bottom. We can also add a little ribbon to that too. So we will see here. And then for the kitty, all right, we have all these beads here, which is spiraling out. So we're just gonna kind of bend this where it's out. And we're gonna get the cat facing up. And we are just going to squeeze in some glue. And this is just going to be a clear Elmer's glue. It will hold. Oops, that's why. It's a little gunked up at the top. So I'm going to put some right at that end. And right at that end. And that should hold him from moving about. And I like the movement of the beads. Like as you move your hand, those are gonna move. And I really like that. So there's our bracelet. And like I say, as you move, as the bracelet moves, all these pieces, these elements here kind of move around. You got the ones here that'll move around too. I like that. Kitty cat kind of hidden underneath, but he's there and charming as ever. All right, so I hope you enjoyed this part of the video. Thank you very much. If you like, subscribe, comment below, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.